To all the other sports talk hosts, y'all have a problem. And his name is Brian Snow and his crew. Start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You lose. Starto. On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have left California.
This Brownsexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised that the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no! Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Mush, I said. And now I can't get the doggone. I tell you, technology is a royal pain in the patootie. While I wait for my executive producer to push the buttons on his end, I'm going to get started with the radio feed on my end. And y'all will see me and Cole very, very soon, like within the next 30 seconds. Away we go on a Manic Monday. Good morning. Now I got everything working. Welcome to the Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing the world champion Houston Astros, the Houston Oilers, and the two-time champion Houston Rockets, a man who knows his sports, which is part of the reason I brought him aboard. My man, my partner, well, my everything when it comes to this show, our wonderful executive producer, Cole Johnson. Which is what the Clippers took a lot of this weekend.
Oh, no. The Clippers took a lot of these.
Uh-oh. What you got?
They took a few. Poor Kawhi Leonard.
He should have stayed in Toronto, or he should have gone to Northern California, like I predicted in 2019. Look at the bottom comment. the chat's lit up already. And our buddy Victor Locke from Chicago pays us some homage. The new world's greatest tag team. I love it.
Thank you, Victor.
Like I said at the start of the show, hey, sports talk world, y'all got a problem, and we're it. Stuck in My Mind podcast, aka Brother Wise, is with us.
Yeah, so you chilling at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to hear something funny? Before we came on today, this microphone that you see in front of me, it was on a boom arm until about 180 seconds ago. It fall down, go boom.
Oh no.
So I had to run into the old office, grab the mic stand, which is probably how I'm going to do this from now on, and take the boom arm down. But yeah, I got to step away for a moment. I'm going to let you handle the whip around. I will join you as soon as I get back. This is the whip around, and it's presented by Fanatics.
Start with the Sunday slate in the NBA, shall we? Let us go to New York. We were talking about Wise. We'll start there. MSG was the epicenter of possibly an outbreak of, how can I say this? A fan base celebrating a championship in the first round. Well, it's understandable. I mean, the Knicks, they've fallen hard times as of late. They've rebounded 2 years ago. They regressed last year. This year, though, with a 102-93 victory over the Cavaliers, they stand one victory away from advancing to the second round for the first time in years. And it's due a lot to the defense of the Knicks. I can rattle along with what the Cavaliers did. Garland finished with 23 in yesterday's game. You had Mobley, who ended up with 12. The Fro with 14. Levert with 14 as well. The stat to watch, though, on 5 of 18 shooting, Donovan Mitchell 11 points, 2 in the second half. Well, the Knicks going up 3-1 was powered by Jalen Brunson, who had a game high 29. R.J. Barrett, there was an R.J. Barrett sighting, 26 points, 19 from Hart. Julius Randle only gave you 7 points, but this should give you hope, Knicks fan. You have Julius Randle only giving you 7 points with 3 and 10 shooting, and you still beat an opponent by 9 in the playoffs. The next game will be Wednesday. It's in Cleveland, and the Cavs better hope they have something in the tank left. Otherwise, bye-bye. Then we get to Atlanta. Okay, I'll put it this way. The Hawks are now on life support. 129, 121 L they took to the Celtics. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown double teamed with 31 each. Marcus Smart chipped in with 19. You had Derek White chipped in with 18. And off the bench, you had Brogdon and Williams, 14 and 13 points respectively. Now, on the Hawks side, yes, you had Hunter with 27. You had Murray with 23, and he wanted to jaw at an official, I think, before the end of the game. And you had Young with 35. 35 points, 15 assists. That's great. That's wonderful. Yes, and even 1 turnover. He had a wonderful game. Oh, that's right. 11 of 26 shooting. He bricked his team to another case of a hardcore amount of this series ends tomorrow night in Boston. I'm not even going to say Game 5 and the Hawks have a chance. No, the series ends tomorrow in Boston. Series that should have ended last night was the Timberwolves Nuggets. The Timberwolves had a 12-point lead going to the waning moments of the fourth quarter when the Nuggets stormed back to force overtime. But the Nuggets did not have enough. It looked like they, how can I say this? They shot their load. The Timberwolves beat the Nuggets 114-108 due to the strength of Anthony Edwards' 34 points. It looks like he's taken on the mantle and challenge of being the guy on the team, and he's done well. You had Conley, who is not known to be a scorer, but he scored as much this time. 19 points from him. Karl Anthony Towns, who struggled throughout the game. He did finish with 17. You had Anderson off the bench with 11. And you had Rudy Gobert, who wants to punch every teammate in sight. He finished with 14. Now, the Nuggets on their end in the losing cause.
That was the most horrible trade the Minnesota Timberwolves could have ever made.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Rudy Gobert does not fit. 43 for Jokic in the loss?
Yeah, 43 points, 11 rebounds, 6 dimes. It was unfortunate that effort gave him an L. It was wasted. Murray chipped in with 19. Gordon chipped in with 14. Porter chipped in with 15. Now, the worst thing that could have happened for the Nuggets, they've allowed the Timberwolves to breathe. The one thing that I will say I'll say about the Nuggets, if they actually can play and step, I'm talking about the others, not Jokic. If they can step up their level to play to match Jokic's, they would be a tough team to beat. But the reason why you can beat this team, the others, and yes, I am including Murray, who is he's all world when he actually wants to play, and Porter, who's with
gives a damn.
Yeah, and Porter as well. When they elevate their level of play along with Jokic, they are a tough team to beat. But when they play down to their competition, they can be beatable. Last night was proof, and it's unfortunate, but that is how it is.
Last year was proof against Golden State because there were so many times Denver could have easily walked away with that series. They got the best center in the game. Sorry, Joel Embiid, but you suck. The best center in the game is Nikola Jokic. Find the line.
Well, they do. Well, they do. Well, hopefully, and I think they will, the Nuggets will have a chance to rebound and end this in a gentleman's sweep tomorrow night. Will the Timberwolves make it 3-2? I don't think so. Let's go to the Saturday slate of games, shall we? The Bucks the Bucks trail the Heat 2-1 after a 121-99 loss. And yes, it was due to the second game without Giannis Antetokounmpo. You were saying to yourself, well, the Bucks won the game before without him. That's true. Unfortunately, fortunately for them, that was in Milwaukee.
This was Miami.
Yes, this game Saturday was in Miami. And yes, you had Chris Middleton, who topped all Bucks scores at 23. You had Holiday chipped in with 19. You had Allen, who chipped in with 14. Very little on the bench, and you have almost everybody to even help out on the bench. Meanwhile, for the Heat,
very, very, very little, and it's sad. And you just said it about the Denver series. If the bench doesn't step up, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And the Milwaukee Bucks, if there is a weakness, it's on the bench. They don't have it.
No, and that's where they can be had. On the Heat side, who are now up 2-1, Butler paced away the whole game, actually, too, with 30. You have Strus with 12, along with Adebayo with 12. Robinson off the bench with 20. You had Martin with 12, but Mr. Love, where are you? Kevin Love.
Paging Kevin Love. Paging Kevin Love.
Oh, my gosh. So, yes, even though the Heat are up 2-1, you have Tyler Hero, who's out, and now you have Victor Oladipo, who's out with injuries. And it's unfortunate that now they're getting thinner and thinner by at least each game. Well, it looks like the Bucks have a chance to get back. They say Giannis will be able to get back very soon. He might play in Game 4.
Not with that tailbone injury. I'm sorry, but not with that tailbone. Believe me, this is coming from a fellow who in athletic competition has bruised his tailbone. I took a fastball right off my tail. And
it sucks.
It does, man. It with basketball players, the two areas they cannot bruise, anywhere on the legs and anywhere on the bottom part of the body.
Yeah.
Anywhere on the bottom part of the body, because that's where their strength is.
I was going to say feet or knees or the bottom of the back. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Jordan's injury in 1985
Yeah.
broke his foot, cost him 64 games.
Well,
That was the thing that he worked on with both of his trainers, Tim Grover included. And I had the chance to meet Tim Grover, who's absolutely incredible. When he was still in Chicago, and why is this out? Stop the haterade on Embiid. No, I will do this tomorrow, and I want my EP to program this in until Embiid actually grows a set. Oh
Lord. Okay.
I mean, Embiid's trying to beat Moses Malone, and he ain't. I'll leave it there.
We'll talk about Embiid a little later in this segment. Okay, so you have the Bucks and the Heat game 4 tonight. And
big chance,
Giannis, big chance for Miami to actually seal the deal. And I know Wise is chomping at the bit because I think he's rooting for the Heat because that means his Knicks, if they were to advance, they would have home court advantage in the next round.
Home court advantage. And the Knicks are playing dynamite.
Yes, they are.
Can we get to that one now? Because
we already have.
Then I will make my statement. The Knicks are locking up the Cavaliers. And it's wonderful to hear MSG rocking the way they was last 2 games.
MSG and the streets of New York.
Now the Knicks need to steal game 5 and end this series because you don't want the Cleveland Cadavers to have any kind of breath whatsoever after getting stomped by the Knicks in 2 games at MSG.
Speaking of an end of a series, the 76ers beat the Nets.
Thank you. You read my mind.
And now we switch to a series I would want to end. The Grizzlies fall down 2-1 to the Lakers. Considering the subject matter that's there and the biggest skill that he has, which is called flopping, because Dylan Brooks had to flap his mouth, and he found a way to possibly have him out 2 games. I'll advance further. The Lakers are up 2-1.
For now.
Boy.
For now.
I'm not really caring who advances seriously.
Look, can we just erase this series and have both teams take it on?
Game 4 is tonight in the Crypto.com arena.
The Crypto Center. Good Lord.
Yeah. But before I do end this whip around.
Yes, sir.
Look, for all of you fools who want to flap at the gums and say to me that Dylan Bruce wasn't disrespectful. We're talking about a chump who forearm shivered Gary Payton into a basket protection. We're talking about a chump who punched Donovan Mitchell in the groin. And now we're talking about a chump who baited into faking like he hit his groin. All of that is what you call disrespectful play. And if he's going to say a chump is nothing until he gives you 40, but he doesn't give you 20 himself, I'm sorry, that's disrespectful. And the dude needs to take a whole bunch of these.
Just preach.
And needs to sit his down.
You may as well let that roll.
Oh well, I would, but
Wise, I want your Knicks to win Game 5 in Cleveland and blow up the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
And that game will be Wednesday night.
That will be Wednesday. Because, and I agree, Dylan Brooks and his mouth and his actions will cost the Grizzlies a series. I hate saying that, but it's the truth. Let's speak the truth and shame the devil.
Yes,
Dylan Brooks is about to cost his team the number 2 seed.
Dummy.
Period.
Dummy. He should shut his mouth. Should have shut his mouth. Should
have kept his mouth closed. And if I were the coach of the Grizzlies, I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't play him. Because you're simply costing You're simply costing your team not only the series, but any kind of championship chance or window will be slammed shut should the Lakers win this series. Period. Because they didn't prove it last year against the Warriors when they flapped their gums and then got slapped in the mouth like, give me that.
But that was that was expected because they're youthful. Unfortunately, this year they've shown they haven't grown. But go ahead.
They haven't grown, and they won't grow until a couple people get out of there. And one of them, I hate saying it, is John Morant. And the reason I say John Morant needs to get the hell up out of there, even though he's the face of the franchise, he could do better somewhere else. And he can do better with a team that actually has some, what is the word I'm looking for? Structure.
Mm-hmm.
Did I just cuss?
To modern NBA fan, yes.
Yeah. Listen. Two players I will focus on before we end this whip around. Zion needs to get out of New Orleans, although that's not going to happen. I'll do that one I will do that one later on this week. And John Morant needs to get the hell out of Memphis. Because
and we need to get out of whip around.
I said it before and I will say it again. And thank you, Playmaker, for saying the series really started when the series shifted to San Francisco to be the champs.
No. The series still hasn't started. I'm with Charles Barkley. The series doesn't start. The series doesn't start until the road team wins a game. That's when the series starts.
And it might be Wednesday night because what the Kings have done, they let the champs breathe.
Well,
they let the champs. I said you know what? Let's take a break. Come back. I'll have my take on this series, and then we'll welcome Ryan McCarthy. You are watching and listening to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson on WLEO 26.7 on the SM Sports Radio Network, as well as BS3 TV and CSTV. And I got to take a drink. We're back in a flash.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Let's Talk Monday.
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. Because we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry. I did that all wrong. My bad.
Do it right, will you? Oh God,
Brother guest, I'm so glad, Ryan, that you here on Coffee with McCarthy. I love you.
Oh, Lord, you beat me to it. What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
you stupid.
Oh, and
Love you dearly, but you stupid.
oh, and
man, I absolutely love you for that bumper. I
thank
love
you,
for that.
thank you. And
you did that one on the fly, didn't you?
yeah, I did.
You did that one on the fly, right?
Yeah.
Ay. We're just getting going here on the Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. I got another backdrop coming here, second half of the show. And I believe, oh Lord, this is for you.
This roasting of the Brooklyn mess is brought to you by Shadow Realm Wireless. Whether you're in the Shadow Realm or at the Barclays Center, let your voice be heard with Shadow Realm Wireless. I think there was another one I saw Victor put up. Where is it?
I think it was the very first one. I think it was the very first one that here it is, right here.
There you go.
I'll do this one. This episode of The Whip Around is brought to you by Haterade with special electrolytes to replenish your hater glands. If you're not a pom-pom waver, be a hater with Haterade. I hate you, Victor, but I love you for that. You realize we're going to have to work hard to visualize most of these.
Oh, Lord. And then sick. Cole, thanks for the Puma lip balm the other day. With this balm, I've been a better kisser. Lord, why? Oh, and just to forewarn you before Ryan gets here, yes. I think Ryan might have a few bones to pick with me along with Wise. So on the Saturday brunch show that they had, No Credentials Required, which it was actually awesome. Yeah, Ryan and Dustin were awesome, and so was Sick. Sick was a special guest. Sick did a bang-up job, giving us a lowdown on how things work with soccer, in the professional soccer leagues.
Caught that part of it. Fun discussion. Great discussion.
Yeah, it was. So they were talking about the Rays, and I had to slip a comment in. And,
what did you say?
In the comment that I said was, quote, "Oh God, forget the Rays. The Yankees and the Red Sox are in the AL East cellar. Good. They belong together." Close quote. To which brother I know. To which brother guest said that I was banned from No Credentials Required.
And you wonder why. Apparently, they don't have the own. Apparently, they're not the only ones that have. I was looking
for that.
I was looking for that. And then Victor Locke responds, Cole is trying to summon Bizarre Wise with the quickness.
Oh my gosh.
You were trying to get your ass kicked this morning, aren't you?
But you know the joke writes itself. Look.
Oh, I know. The joke writes itself.
The joke writes itself.
Look, what do we talk about every Wednesday?
Right.
Speaking of jokes writing themselves.
Right. So it was just there. I was having fun, and the good thing is, I know I'm gonna get it from Wise when I talk to him next time. I know I'm gonna get it from Ryan too.
You were there and you took it.
Yeah, and that's all it was.
Of course. How many liberties have I taken with the Houston Texans? And you granted it to me and rolled out the red carpet for it.
Please. Please roll them under every single bit of the carpets. They're horrible.
They're gonna screw up since this is draft week.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with you, Wise.
Draft week. It's only the beginning of the season. I
agree with you.
For your beloved Astros, world champions, my White Sox. We're dealing with a ton of injuries right now. And a ton of inconsistency.
Yeah.
I mean, it's April. By the time September gets here, the Cubs will languish in the cellar, and your team and my team will be competing for one of the top seeds in the American League.
Yeah. I have no problem with that either. Yeah. And
I got no issue. And plus, my favorite slugger right now is Yordan Alvarez.
And look, people, and the reason why I can do this, people clown me about the Astros now. They're saying, I'm seeing the chump. They're saying to me, oh, after every Astros loss, or just here to remind you. I'm like, it's April. Shut up. And they had a slow start. And they had a slow start last year. What happened in November? Case closed. Shut up.
Let's see, Yordan Alvarez.
Whoa.
Let me
wait.
Don't compare the Texans to the greatest franchise in the sports world. I have no comment for that.
I have a comment for that.
Why the f you lying? Why you always lying?
You stupid.
I'm sorry. No, sir.
I love you.
No, sir.
Wait, Cole may not survive. Yes, he will, because he's going to make you. I'm going to give Cole an assist for tomorrow.
You have a bone pick with me? I'll say it again. The Cavaliers had one job, and they're doing it very well. And that one job is to come up smaller than mini-me in the NBA playoffs. They're doing their job. Lord have mercy.
And I coupled that by saying the legacy of the Cleveland Cavaliers ain't LeBum James. I just cussed. I'm sorry. The legacy of the Cleveland Cavaliers is Craig Elo.
Oh, you're forgetting number 23 in the 2000 odds and the 2010s. Wow.
I don't give two fifths of a half of a damn about that bum. He didn't care about Cleveland. He didn't care about the cadavers. In fact, he pushed the plunger on them twice.
Speaking of fifths.
Let's go.
Speaking of fifths.
This coffee with McCarthy is sponsored by Steph Curry Cognac. One, and it's lights out. Presented by Invader Coffee. This is Ryan McCarthy, and he's got some hemorrhoids.
Oh no!
Oh my lord!
The fighting Irish in me this morning, Cole.
I invoked the fighting Irish in you.
We invoked the fighting Irish.
I invoked the fighting Irishman in you.
Zara McCarthy's coming out to play.
What's the brew this morning, brother?
Oh man!
As it has been for the last couple of weeks, it's the Outlander edition of Invader Coffee.
Sweet.
Or
I went.
Drink it black like my soul.
I went.
You were so wrong for that, Ryan.
I know.
You know what? I love you, Ryan. I love you, Ryan, for that, but you're stupid as hell for that comment, and I love you for that. I went. Speaking of stupid, I went dark roast this morning, and coupled it with doggone see. My mic crashed this morning, and then I got to deal with this. I think during the next break, I'm going to switch chords. All right, it's draft week. Brother guest is here, and I'll never be able to do that voice like Cole does. Brother guest. The best story Ryan ever told in his year plus with us was when we had a late start one morning, and you were on a retreat. And you were getting the slides ready. I think it was an Easter retreat. And every time you saw the word king, you hear Ray Ray in your back of your mind.
King!
I turned that into a short, and people loved it. I showed that to my daughters yesterday, And they're like, hey, how'd you come up with this? I'm like, this is my executive producer's idea. All right, it's draft week. Let's talk draft. Let's talk Jets. How the hell are they going to screw this up? Oh, did I say that?
They already have. They're trying for Aaron Rodgers.
Bizarre McCarthy's coming out. Snowman.
Bizarre McCarthy. Oh Lord.
No, I'm hoping that the momentum from last year's draft, with Joe Douglas having such an amazing draft in 2022.
Yes.
Momentum builds in the 2023.
Yeah. That draft they had last year was.
They need to build on that.
That was awesome. Yeah.
And it's fortunate they don't have Pete Rozelle or I can't think of his name.
Paul Tagliabue
announcing Jets draft picks and sending the felt forum into an upside down spiral.
Well, that's all right. Roger could do that too. All he has to do is say, "Good evening, everybody," and then you hear all the boos.
Sounds like what David Stern and Adam Silver are going through right now. Or worse, Gary Bettman.
That's because they say it's Gary Bettman. Every single
Scary Bettman,
except when the Los Angeles Kings, for some reason they cheer him when they come on when he comes on the ice.
I really don't know because we booed him.
They cheer Bettman? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles they do. I don't know. I don't know why.
Because it's Los Angeles.
I don't know. I don't know why. We booed him lustily in Chicago.
You know who started that trend?
Who's that?
New Jersey.
The Devil.
We started that trend.
Was that in the Meadowlands or
that was in Brendan Byrne Arena in 1995. I remember it so well
against the Detroit Red Wings.
They swept the Detroit Red Wings.
Swept the Red Wings.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
swept the Wings.
As soon as he stepped on the ice with the Stanley Cup, boos rained down because he wanted to move. He was hell bent. He was in favor of moving the Devils to Nashville at the time.
Oh Lord!
There was rumors that he was going to have them move to Nashville because he didn't want 3 teams in the New York metro market. He did not want 3 franchises in that market. So he was all in support of moving to Nashville. And that would leave me without a team. I would not root for the Rangers. So help me God, I'll never root for the Rangers.
I can tell
because of one James Dolan.
Considering that I live in the area, I could tell you right now, Nashville, it is a wonderful Bible thumping area. They will not accept a team named the Devils here.
No, they won't. They'll have to change that name.
They'll have to change the name.
So quickly.
I actually have a story about the Devils. So when I was back in the day, I was a chaplain.
You may want to bring your mic. You may want to turn your mic up just a tad.
Just a skosh? Okay.
Just a skosh.
How's that?
Before you do, yeah.
Aaron,
no, he ain't. No, he ain't.
Yet.
He ain't a Jet.
Not yet.
No. The team he should play for is the team he should play for is RETIRE. He should retire. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Not retire, folks. Retire.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Somewhere in the Meadowlands, when Rodgers becomes a Jet, there will be an old baboon saying the king has returned. Oh,
Rafiki. We're summoning Rafiki, Victor.
Ayahuasca. I get to drink so much stuff in New York. Oh Lord!
Ayahuasca can't win in the playoffs. Oh, did I say that?
Before I continue with my story, shout out to Sig Diggy for being an awesome guest on this.
Please do, man. I enjoyed him on your show, man. I enjoyed him on your show. He was awesome.
He was fantastic.
Yeah,
he was
on your show on Saturday.
He was.
So I was saying before.
Devils. Yeah.
So I was in Hockey Ministries International. Shout out to them. Fabulous ministry. Ministering to hockey players all around the world. Mm-hmm. I happen to be a chaplain for the Albany Devils, which was the AHL franchise for the New Jersey Devils.
Right.
And during my time as chaplain, I would have a older gentleman in the church who would come up to me and say, it sounds really weird, but unfortunately he recently passed away. So he so he says he would always say to me during the season, he says, it's really weird, but I just want to tell you, I'm praying for the Devils. So, Mr. Scott, if you're out there, if you're watching from heaven, God bless you. Thank you for that laugh. You always provide me with that laugh every time I church. You come up to me and say,
I have a blackmail story myself. When I was running when I was broadcasting the church services for Door Village United Methodist Church in LaPorte, Indiana, the Pastor Chris, who was a wonderful friend of mine, was a big time Cub fan.
Oh no! Are we gonna have another Cubdom experience?
No.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm just going to share this story of blackmail because he got me.
Gotcha.
Yes, he did.
2016, he got me. Woosah. I had to say about 100,000 woosahs for this morning. But I'll get it out the way and we can get back to business.
Mm-hmm.
He bet me that should the Cubs win the World Series in 2016, I, a noted White Sox fan, had to take a picture.
Not I.
I know. It's the George Carlin in me coming out.
I know.
Yeah, and you know the routine where I got it from.
Yeah.
I had to take a picture with the W
flag. Oh no. Not the Cub W flag. Oh man.
W flag. And I already told y'all I was prepared to say congratulations Cleveland Indians on 3 separate occasions the following day. Never happened.
Right.
Yeah, November 2nd happened. I stayed in my house for 3 days and I got a call.
No.
Oh, Pastor Chris blew up my phone. Are you coming to work today? Yes, sir. Do you need a ride? Even though my car was fine, he swung by and picked me up and had 3 cups of coffee.
Oh, he was pumped.
He was lit.
He was
lit
ready to
up.
Go. He was
ready
lit
to go.
up. And he got me there. I set up my equipment, and then he called me down to the carpet and he said, "You need to pay off a bet." Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And the church was full of Cub fans, so they were all there early. I took said picture. I paid off my debt. I paid off the bet. I took the picture. Fortunately, he's the only one that has. But I did pay off that bet.
So what you're saying, and Cole, get this ready, is that Brian Snow took a big, fat, juicy.
It wasn't supposed to happen until tomorrow. I will repeat Ryan's sentence and add a few adjectives. November 5th, 2016, I took a big, fat, massive, juicy, scrumptious, spectacular, stanktacular That did happen. Speaking
so
of November,
not November 5th, November 5th.
Had Cole
November 5th.
had Cole come up with that character in 2016 when we met, it would not get out. It would not have. It's in my head already. To business. What
Yes.
the hell do the Jets do outside of selling the farm 3 times over to get Aaron Rodgers? Oh.
They're singing the circle of.
I'm sorry, I just read Wise's comment.
I did not come up with that idea. I came up with the title, Cole did the rest.
Wise. Though you're not supposed to unleash Bizarro Wise here. You're supposed to be the lawman Wise.
Yeah.
Because if you like this, man, I cannot control myself.
And we all wonder how Bizarro Wise came to be in the first place. There you go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wise is suddenly going bizarre. That rant he unleashed on Jason Whitlock.
Oh, that was a gem and a half.
Mentality.
Oh gosh, that was a gem and a half.
I played that for Jody, and Jody said all kinds of accents are coming out of him. So that ain't all that's coming out of him. And she says, "Oh, I already know the cuss words are coming out. I can hear the bleeps." So she is quite familiar with Bizarro Wise.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think I was going to ever laugh at that long in any episode, but that one, yes.
I was waiting for you to fall out of your seat.
I came close.
I was
thinking if he stopped. So I was like, okay, I can catch my breath.
Nope.
And then once I did, he got right back on it. Yeah.
He got right back. He got right back into it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Jets, sir.
We're going to maintain some kind of order here, which we're not, because this program is you need to push a button, Cole, because this program is already.
Oh, your Lord, have mercy. Yes, you're right. It definitely is.
I think I might be the engineer in that.
And I still have. And I still have a wild Snowman's take on Joel Embiid coming later. What?
All right. So in 3,
draft? Let's get
it. One pray that Aaron Rodgers does not become a Jet. Well, okay. What's 2?
Cole. Bizarre McCarthy. He's starting to percolate.
What's a character's name? What's a character's name?
Bizarre McCarthy.
Percolating.
We have another intro on our hands.
Bizarre McCarthy.
I actually did address the positions that the Jets need to address in an article recently.
Yeah.
Offensive line.
Yes.
Smart. Yes.
Inside linebacker because CJ Mosley is not in his 20s anymore. And
correct.
Defensive line depth because they lost Sheldon.
I was about to say defensive line depth too would help. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And why not another wide receiver? Might as well just develop.
Embarrassing of riches. Okay, Lord.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, so why not a tight end?
What do they do with the quarterback position? Oh, did I say that?
Sorry.
So what do they do with the quarterback position? Oh, did I say that aloud?
Yeah, you.
Mike White, come on down. You have another chance to start maybe 5-6 games at a time on The Price is the Jets.
No, he's in Miami.
But he's gone.
Darn.
He gone.
But he's gone. But he's gone.
Yep.
Well, I can't say it's Zach Wilson. They don't want to start that fool.
No.
Stupidity of the Jets. I take it. No, don't start Zach Wilson,
it's the
please.
Jets' curse. It's
Joe Flacco. No.
Hell no.
I'm more loyal than Joe Flacco.
Hey,
look.
Bishop Bullwinkle. Ouch. Espresso McCoffee, Italiano supervillain. There you go.
Espresso McCoffee, Italiano supervillain. Lord have mercy.
Italiano. Wait a minute.
Italiano Irishman superhero.
Italiano Irish supervillain. There you go. Hey, Bishop Bullwinkle, should the Jets ever start Zach Wilson again at quarterback?
Hell no.
to the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no.
You are a bleeping genius. You are a bleeping genius. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying. Just saying.
I'm not exactly. A friend of mine says that a lot. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Oh Lord, and it is cool. Carson Wentz.
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Ugh.
I'm sorry, cool.
You really?
You know
you're trying to incite a riot.
You know I love you for this. I love you, cool. So this isn't the way it's going to be expressed, but this is for the statement only.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
And that's to Carson Wentz.
Yes, that's Carson Wentz.
That's
I mean, come on.
Not to Cool McCool. That's to Carson Wentz.
And even Wise says, "Darn, cool. You are very disrespectful."
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
Carson Wentz. And
Bizarro Wise strikes again. This entire epic show is out of order this morning.
This entire bleeping show is out of order.
This is just hour one.
This is just
that's the scary part. Hour one.
Wait till we expand to a full 4 come football season. I mean, I will just say I got ideas percolating in the back of my head.
We know you got ideas, man.
Shut up.
2 hours of LeBron James trashing everything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I was. I thought I was unmiked. I thought I was unmiked. I'm sorry.
What was that? Say it again. Why don't you just say it out loud? Say it out loud.
It's like, no, it's like 4 hours of Snowman in the morning, 2 hours we devoted to LeBron. Lord, no.
Bishop Bullwinkle, please answer that for me, please. Just please answer.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Listen. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Listen. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Listen.
Brother Guest is swaying right now.
Do it again.
Oh
Do it
my
again.
gosh.
Do it again.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Listen.
Exactly. That last one, I'm not going to waste 4 hours a day on that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Just Wednesdays.
Look, I'm
My brain-
expecting 4 hours for football. For
My brain
football
would be numb.
purposes.
My brain
This
would
is-
be numb.
Yours.
Addressing bronzosexuals that much? Yes, my brain would be numb.
Look, I'm doing well to taper it to Wednesdays.
Thank
I've
the
gotten
Lord.
better
Thank
to
the
tapering
Lord.
it to Wednesdays for 20 minutes. For 4 hours, that would bring our ratings down, number one. Number two, even though a couple of our producers said that they love the segment, it is tapered to Wednesdays.
Oh, the segment was great. Just as great in its doses. All right, so before we let you go, brother guest.
And Wise, I'm not capping. I am not going to do what Bizarro Cole mind-numbingly suggests. I'm not gonna do that.
Isn't
all right?
Ray
You know,
the
brother guest has got to
Bizarro
jet out of here.
Well,
And I
before
will
we-
do-
before you do Jet. So the Devils took it on the chin. Yeah, no pun intended. The Devils took it on the chin in Newark a couple of games, but they go to MSG, they rebound, they win there. What chances do you give the Devils to beat the Rangers in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs?
Their chances improve. Their chances improved. They're better. As I said last week, they're a better road team than they are a home team.
You did
It's
say
been like
that.
that all year. They had the second most wins as a road team this past season. So I was hoping and praying that they would beat the Rangers at MSG, which they did, and they got a chance to do
And
it
that
tonight.
joint was loud.
Well, if that's the case,
until Dougie Hamilton
Hamilton took care of
5
that.
minutes in overtime, and
and the Rangers fan, Wyatt says barely won in MSG. Yes, 2-1 was the final score.
The win is still a win.
But the problem with that is the Devils have 2 more games if it goes 7 at Prudential Center. So if they're the better road team than home team, wouldn't that bode well for the Rangers?
Yeah.
No, not necessarily. They beat the Rangers twice at home this year.
Okay.
So I'm optimistic that
They
they seem to clean things up a lot more in Game 3, which was what I was hoping for. They swapped out goalies. They put in Akira Schmid. They took out Vitek Vanacek. They put in Akira Schmid, and Akira Schmid had a wonderful game on Saturday night.
Yes, he did.
So
Wait a minute. Wait, Cole. You know what's going on, right? You know what's going on, right?
What?
Black men talking hockey. Oh, wait! I didn't do it right. I wasn't ready.
Wait, black men talking hockey?
Wait.
No, I got it.
Do it again. Go ahead, Ryan. Do it again.
Wait. Black men talking hockey?
All right, McCarthy, take off. I have an invite for you if you're available.
Love you, Ryan. Good job. Good job with your stuff, bro.
Night, I would love for you to check in during my draft special if you have time.
Well, I'm going to be on Belly Up Sports' draft special for rounds 11 for picks 11 through 15 on Thursday night, and I'll also be at on location at in Albany with Godzilla Media. So I'll So
you're gonna be busy Thursday night? Okay.
We're all going to be busy. Hey, it's draft night.
Draft night. Yeah, well, I understand
I extend the same invite to you to talk Texans when they make their draft pick. So we'll all coordinate and arrange a time, and that's for everybody in the chat too. If y'all want to come up during my draft coverage, that would be great. I'd love to have y'all pick your team that you want to be an insider for. We'd love to have you for this coming season. Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks, fellas.
We love you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we're tuning in to No Credentials Required next when?
Starting Monday, May 1st. We're on Monday.
Next Monday. That's right.
Next Monday.
7 p.m.
All right.
Yep.
Go.
We
would start tonight, but we're celebrating my sister's birthday tonight.
Hey,
so.
Look.
Family first.
Family first and fellow Tarian. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yes.
Love you, brother.
Ryan. We love you.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, where you going? We're not done yet. Hour 2 starts right about now. Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCarthy now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey Notes. And here's Jay.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2,
the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh, man. It's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins out.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2, was El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it. What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now.
Welcome to hour number 2 of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. I am Cole Johnson, as joined as always by the founder of Snowman in the Morning and Snowman Multimedia, Brian Snow. And thanks to everybody, BS3 Network, WKEE in Atlanta, CSTV, and all the other fam, including the Fanatic Feedback Zone, which you all have been off the chain this morning.
Man, they have been cooking this morning. I love it. They have been absolutely cooking.
In
fact, they're just getting started.
Yeah, it's just getting started. Speaking of which, Sick Diggy writing another ad.
Oh, what do we got?
This entire out of control episode of Coffee with McCarthy is brought to you by Screwball VPN. When the Wi-Fi gets screwy, choose Screwball VPN. The VPN all the way from left field. And
it is all the way from left field.
Yes.
Good Lord. We got more?
Yes, we do.
Okay, let's have it.
And now batting, the man who is all about the Yankees and is F Boston till he's 6 feet underground. Number 420, Wise El Jefe. Bizarre Wise, number 420.
Good morning, brothers. Good morning.
And you're railing against me about everything having an intro except you, and I give you something unique.
Every time.
Bust your chops, man.
I know. I'm busting yours in return.
But then the Cubs do got an intro, though, man. That's like
that says everything you need. Look, I wasn't supposed to come up with that segment, but I did.
Like you weren't
supposed to happen.
I'm about to say like you weren't.
Well,
as much as you dislike the Cubs, you was not gonna come up with something.
It's like I told Wise. I'm gonna end some baseball segments with F the Cubs, like he ends his segments with F Boston. Period.
Oh my gosh. So what do we owe the pleasure of you appearing on a Monday, sir?
He has the day off.
I got out of work early, so I just.
There you go.
It is awesome. It is awesome that you're here, man. You already know.
Man, we love that you're here with us. Every time that you're on with us, we love it.
Yeah,
and I love being on here. So
the lawman, the lawman become. Yeah, that's his hat. There's his lawman hat right there.
Yeah, the Yankee.
That's his.
Yeah,
that's his lawman hat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we will give you a clue. As to what's going to be taking place on the next episode of Mentality. You will hear Mr. Wise El Jefe say F Boston yet again.
Of course.
Why? You'll have to tune in.
Yeah.
And I am putting something together for my radio partner because he did something for me last summer. And I am going to return the favor. This Friday, y'all need to be with us as we celebrate Cole Johnson's 50th birthday, and we will do it live on the air this Friday morning. We're going to make him laugh until he falls out of the chair. We're going to make him smile till he can't smile anymore. But damn it, he did it for me last summer. Impromptu for a segment. F that. We're going to do it the entire 2 hours throughout the course of the show. We will celebrate Cole Johnson's 50th birthday, and it's going to be a blast. Y'all need to join us Friday morning for that.
I already know how you could do that. Just find any and all articles featuring either Jason Whitlock or David Portnoy, and I probably will not have a voice or lungs.
Oh, no problem. I already. Listen. All we need to do is have you on the air, looking handsome, and let the chat do the rest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Do that. I already know how you can do that.
I already know once base gets here.
That's what I'm saying. Just have Bizarre Wise just throw me under the bus with the wonderful content of where Raylan gets every single thing for 90 minutes, and you have Chris Base take it on home.
All I will do is just sit here and you got the day off. I'll sit here and push all the buttons. Okay. All you need to do is just sit there. We'll just let Wise go off for 90 minutes. We'll slip in. We'll slip in some commercials, but it's going to be a celebration and a half.
Listen,
I owe you that, my brother Cole, because like I said, you did it for me last summer when I turned 50. Mm-hmm. So we are inviting everybody that views and listens to this show to a birthday party. It's Cole Johnson's 50th birthday this Friday, and we're going to celebrate it in style here on Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. You'll have to tune in to see all the surprises that we have in store for Cole Johnson. And I can't wait to celebrate with you, my man. I cannot wait.
Thank you.
My man looking fresh to death with his cut. All that, man. He got his fresh cut. He ready. He ready to party.
This is birthday week. This is draft week, but this is also birthday week.
That's the thing. One of the reasons why I love the NFL draft is it always happens around my birthday. So it's sort of a good time for me to have the NFL draft happen.
Except for the Texas draft.
Thank you. For the other 31 teams, yes. When the Texans pick, they can just simply turn them off the TV. Yeah.
I'll let you do this one.
Jason Whitless, bum trash is to Wise as King Nothing is to Snowman.
And I'm not singing. I am not singing this morning. While the celebration will begin tomorrow, because I definitely make Cole laugh.
You'll definitely make me laugh tomorrow.
Playmaker Friday was hilarious. You missed it though. So.
Oh gosh, that was funny.
Has officially accepted the fact that you cover your face. He's let it go. He's moved on.
Cool. Come on down, buddy. Come on down, brother. Yes.
It's going to be a party and a half Friday morning. CSTV, the man in charge, Thomas O'Boyle, one of the men in charge, checking in from Reno, Nevada. Thank you, Tom, for your gift of picking up this show and having it, as well as the Brian Snow Show, anchor your live program.
It's awesome that you're part of the family, brother. Thank you you so much. Yes.
We got all that cooking. We got Jay Spivey coming at the bottom of this hour.
That's right.
Ooh-wee.
That's right. Hey, the Carolina Panthers on the clock, and Cam Newton had his second pro day earlier in the spring.
I'm sorry, who had his second pro day?
Oh, Cameron Newton.
Who the hell is that?
The guy who claims that ain't no 32 quarterbacks better than him.
No. Stay off the weed.
What I want to know is what school would invite Cam Newton to talk to these youngsters, man? I seen a clip of him talking to youngsters about
why would they
like who would bring him in to talk to kids, man?
Yeah. and yes, Tom, congratulations to the Sixers. They're the first team to advance to the conference semifinals. They await the Celtics. I'm not gonna say they await the Celtics, Hawks. They await the Celtics.
They await a butt whooping from the Boston Celtics. I'm sorry, I cussed in front of Wise. I'm sorry.
What was that? What did you say, Wise?
Wise got a. Oh man. Oh, Wise
about to go off.
No, I'm not going off. But you've been disrespecting him being a little bit too much, man. I understand, and I'm not even a Sixers fan. But damn, put some respect on the man's name, bruh. Yeah, MVP candidate.
He might. Well, no. He probably will be MVP winner. He probably will win the MVP this year.
Look, that MVP got snatched the day James Harden showed up. I'm sorry.
Last year, this year he's going to get it.
He been busting it.
He's as soft as my daughter's pillow. He's as soft as my daughter Donna's pillow.
Well, that
question. Listen,
that isn't debatable, but yes, he's going to win MVP.
Listen,
Yes.
I will say this, and I will keep saying it. I do not and will not question Joel Embiid's physical attributes. Unlike LeBron,
he's awesome.
a basketball player. Unlike LeBron, he's got footwork in the post. I will not say nothing.
Do the skill.
Contrary.
Do the
I
skill.
will never say anything to the contrary.
What are you talking about? You said something earlier.
You're right. He's as soft as a soft pair of pillows.
You said something else besides that.
What?
You said he
What
was
I said?
trash.
He is. And I have one reason. Listen to me carefully. I have one reason. And it's a statement that I've said over and over again about Joel Embiid. In fact, I put it in the form of a question. And the question that I put toward Embiid fans is, will he ever put it all together? Now, let me finish. Everybody comes back to me when I ask that question with his stats. I'm not worried about his stats. I know the guy is a monster physically, but he is missing a very, very big piece of the puzzle. And unfortunately, the team that he is on will never let him get that piece of the puzzle.
They had the piece of the puzzle. They had Jimmy Butler on that team.
No, he doesn't.
They had Jimmy Butler on that team.
No, he does not.
They had Jimmy Butler on that team.
They do not.
Well, that's true. They did have him. Yeah.
They had the piece.
They had him. Yeah. You're right.
And who was the piece? Who was
Jimmy
the piece?
Butler.
Talking about Jimmy Butler. Yeah, they had him. Yeah.
They had the piece.
They stupidly let him go.
They did.
That's right.
And they decided.
But I'm talking about Joel Embiid and Joel Embiid only. He has a piece of the puzzle missing, which will not allow him to complete his game. Period.
What would that be?
Wait, we're going to insult James Harden?
He's too soft. Well, he ain't as soft as Dwight Howard, okay? That's for you. He ain't as soft as Dwight Howard. I'll say it again. I agree with that. And will not question his physical attributes. If the Sixers listen to me again. If the Sixers and their coaching staff and their brass had any kind of nuts, they would let Joel Embiid feast in the post. And they don't.
But that's not his fault. That's the coaching
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's not his fault. If you was to give him a coach, if you was to give him a coach that works his offense,
mold him. Damn it.
Keep talking, sir.
I know he's busting my chops.
Yes,
I know, but still, I haven't seen the best of Joel Embiid, and it's my contention we will not see the best of Joel Embiid.
You know why? Who I blame this on?
Who?
Your team. Because now everybody wants to shoot the 3-point shot. Everyone
you can't blame the Warriors for that because they actually have more inside points than outside points. Death by 1,000 backdoor cuts.
But
it's like my partner said, Princeton offense on steroids.
Everybody wants to shoot like the Warriors.
Okay, listen. What I said, my statement, and Cole's coupled it. Stephen Curry took an anomaly and turned it into a weapon. And then the Golden State Warriors took that weapon and turned it into a strategy. Yeah. Now, it's unfortunate that everybody else in the NBA wants to copy that strategy instead of playing to their strengths.
Exactly. So that's why
100.
Experiencing technical difficulties, please stand by. The host needs to collect himself for a moment or two. Please stand by. The host simply can't believe how people can be such dolts and idiots. Please stand by. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming, already in progress.
I'll add this. James Harden, please.
I
You
didn't
want
even see
Joel
the
Embiid to be the real beast of that team? and I'm blaming the Sixers brass for this move. You know, biting and getting James Harden. Cut his ass.
Well, Daryl Morey loves the guy.
Send him walking. Well,
Daryl
send
Morey
Daryl
loves
Morey.
the guy.
You want to rescue Philadelphia? Get rid of James Harden and send Daryl Morey packing.
You won't get an argument with me on that.
Then and only then will Joel Embiid be the beast of that team that he is required to be, needs to be, can be, and should be. Period. Those two pieces have got to go.
Lord have mercy.
Now it's very likely that Joel Embiid will indeed win the MVP this year. It is very likely. And I will stand and applaud when that announcement is made. But for me, he's trying to be, you know what? I'm going to leave it there. I'll leave it there, and I'll just say more later. Much more. But again, I will not ever question his physical and basketball attributes. Ever. I will never question that. I saw that at Kansas. I just want him to stay healthy, and I want him to really round their way out and become a beast. I want him to really get rounded out and become a beast. Yet the Sixers swept their series. Yes, they did. But they were playing a very inferior opponent.
You just had to bring up Embiid. Why? You just had to bring him
because I said something foul.
Did not have him on the show. Did not have a schedule on the show. Had to.
You know why Wise brought it up? Because I said something totally foul. There.
We want to talk about idiots who gamble in NFL. We were talking about idiots who gamble in NFL, but we talking about Joel Embiid.
Well, why should we talk about idiots that gamble in the NFL when there's going to be more of them coming out?
Why are we going to talk about idiots? We know they're idiots. Like, seriously, how do you bet on it? Like,
see, Wise says it in the exact way I love him to
Give me this camera. Give me this camera. Give me this camera. You can't have a show where at least one segment you go off on idiots and then ask that question.
My turn. Do it again, Cole. Do it again. Do it again. Take the camera. Go ahead. Do it again.
With mentality.
Do it again.
Now we're talking about how the hell it's like the whole team was betting on football. Seriously?
Wait a minute. Give Wise this camera. Take it.
Oh, please go ahead.
And the funny thing is, it's division rivals.
That's the best part about it. Yes.
That's the best part about it.
Got suspended for the year or 6 games, whatever it was. There's some that
got some got individual. Yeah, some got definitely suspended. Yeah.
Wise, turn your mic up just a smidge so we can
listen.
So we can really hear you. Now that Wise has the camera, take it.
Listen. The Washington Commanders, Reds, whatever the hell y'all want to call them nowadays.
Thank you.
These players are morons. They just went. I'm gonna add. I can't curse here. But
don't do it. Don't do it.
They're gonna be part of the year end special. Where we talk about effing morons of the year. Because
I do it.
Did y'all not learn from Ridley getting suspended for a year? No one saw that. No one in Washington saw that at all. Are you kidding me? None of them saw that suspended for a year.
Oh my gosh!
And decided, hey, maybe it's not such a good idea. Seriously, how the you did not see, oh my god. That's why Washington don't win. That's why they haven't won since Joe Gibbs.
Oh, I'm so glad Hot TV is not on today. Goodness gracious.
I'm so happy he's not on also.
If there's a team that's worse than Dallas,
it's
the Washington Commanders.
Say that again. Say that again.
Any team that's worse than Dallas,
it's the Washington Redskins.
It's the Washington Commanders, Redskins / the Washington football team, whatever.
Whatever, yeah. What? Yeah, the team with the W in their heads. I don't give a crap.
Who from the Redskins is on your list for moron of the year? I know I'm feeding into this, but screw it.
The 4 that got suspended.
Okay.
And then you got what
Fair
other
enough.
team?
Oh Lord, this
Plays from a couple other teams. For another team.
This is
yeah, Lions. Yeah, Lions.
Yeah, it's Lions. I don't expect.
Can we just suspend the Lions for a year?
I think you know what the NFL.
Oh Lord, no.
The NFL should have? They should have what they have in soccer,
Mhm.
where they have lower division tiers, right? And
Yes.
when the team wins,
Yes.
and they move up in tiers.
Yes.
Maybe they should do that with the USFL and XFL, and teams should get demoted, like Cleveland, Detroit.
Did you say Cleveland?
Jets.
The team should get demoted. Oh no.
Team should get demoted.
Victor says there's a better team named the Commanders. The Washington effing morons.
Yes, that should be the team's name. Starting with the owner.
So what's the mascot though?
Even though he's selling it now. But yeah, starting with the owner.
What's the mascot though? What would be the mascot?
Because the mascot can still be the same. It could be that mascot. That mascot will be the same hideous pig that it is now. Oh my gosh!
Wait a minute.
Major Tuddy.
What? Wait a minute.
Major
what?
Tuddy. That's the name of the mascot.
Major Turd, because that team is just a turd.
Oh my gosh! Major Tuddy. That's the name of the Commanders mascot, and it's a pig.
I like Major Turd.
And it is in honor of the Hogs in the 80s. Oh my gosh!
Really? Really?
Yes.
Really?
Unfortunately, yes. I wish I was joking. Yes, I'm serious.
Major Turd. There you go.
Major Turd. Yeah. Yes, Ryan.
And A Pistol says demote the Browns.
The Jets should be demoted, but they should.
You know what? Demote the Carolina Panthers too while you're at it.
Oh man, Carolina.
Oh my
Panthers,
gosh!
Okay, if we were to construct a division, wait a minute. If we were to construct a division with teams that should be demoted, A, what are the requirements? And B, who's in that? What are the? I think the requirement should be if you won less than 6 games last year, you get thrown in this demoted division.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately will include
Texans. Toss them. Texans. Toss them. Yes, Texans. Get down there. Yes. I would applaud that for sure. Yes.
So in this division would be the Texans.
Yeah, relegated. Yes, sick. Thank you, sick.
It's
Texans, the Panthers, the Colts, and the Bears.
And the Bears.
And the Bears.
And the Bears.
Definitely the Bears.
Okay.
And
can we just demote the
entire Epistle? This and to me this typifies the Texas Epistle. Trace on the trace players. Yes, sir.
And we got Tom. And we got Tom in Reno, Nevada. Lions, Colts, Browns, Panthers. You should demote the Browns just because.
No. The Browns and the Lions wouldn't fit in that category because they're not as bad right now.
Yes, they are.
That's the messed up part. No, they're not. No, they're not. The Lions and the Browns are not. No, the Lions and the Browns are not. Because the Bears and the Texans are hideously worse. The Browns and the Bears and the Texans are hideously worse. Hideously worse.
But speaking of hideous, anytime you put a logo
and for those the CSTV audience, the Texans are my NFL team. So I'm railing hard against it because they absolutely positively suck.
But I thought your team was the Houston Oilers, not the Texans.
Well, this would be the team.
That's how I introduced you this morning.
Well, it's true. I love the Houston Oilers. I love the Houston Oilers. I love the Houston Oilers, and I hate the Tennessee Titans. Yes.
Yes, you're all Houston. You're all love you blue. You're all Houston Oilers. House of Pain, Astrodome. That's you.
I I would channel my Bizarro Wise when it comes to the NFL. Yes. And I would say the Titans.
Just like you, I channel my inner MLB child when I say, push the button, the Chicago Scrubs. Just like we will channel Bizarro Wise when he would say, Boston. Here's our question of the day, and it's presented by Invader Coffee. What team can you absolutely not stand? No matter what the sport, no matter what the league, what team can you absolutely not stand? I mean, when you see their team colors invading your television or invading your radio space, because I listen to a lot of radio broadcasts. When you hear, and you know what, the team I cannot stand, but I love the Cubs radio announcer and the venerable Hall of Famer Pat Hughes. Love him. Love him to death. I've had him on my show. We already got some answers. A. Pizzo, the New England Patriots.
Obviously.
Victor V. Locke. Packers.
Straight up.
Packers. F the Packers. Thank you. Dallas Cowboys. For Tom. We know who it is. The Browns are there. For Wise, for football, it's got to be the Cowboys.
Well, obviously.
Because he's Big Blue. Oh, Lord. New York.
Andrew, the New York Rags and Boston Red Sox. Wow.
And Andrew again.
Oh, and Cowboys.
If there's a if there's an NHL team I can't stand, and this started happening in 1989, it would be the St. Louis Blues.
I can see that because you're a Blackhawks fan. I can see that.
I'm
surprised it's not Red Wings though.
Yeah, I hate the Red Wings.
Detroit.
I hate the Red Wings. I absolutely. When we beat them in 2013, I woke up my mother screaming around the house.
Okay.
On that Brett Seabrook goal to win it in Game 7. I was full of caffeine that night. I pulled an all-nighter, and Brett Seabrook saved me some time in prepping for the next day's show.
It's not saving you some time.
Well, he did, because I didn't know how long the game would go. And my mother was fast asleep because I was going to watch the game at a bar and then come home. Unfortunately, I didn't have a car at the time, so I had to navigate the bus schedule. So I had to come home early. But when Brett Seabrook scored the game winner, I was jumping around the house, and my mother said, "What happened?" I'm watching a hockey game. Oh, Lord. My mother went back to sleep. For football, for me, it would be the Packers. That's one of many.
Wow.
I got too many for basketball.
Many teams that are not Indiana.
You would have thought it would be Dallas.
NFC North. Hating
on Dallas.
Listen, I got enough hatred for I got enough hatred for the Cowboys to last a lifetime, because I absolutely couldn't stand them in 81. I can't stand them now. That 90s team, I hated them, but I respect them. There's a difference.
But you said it's not the Cowboys. You say it's not Cowboys for your Wise?
They're number two.
Who's number one? Who's number one for you?
Oh, Patriots.
Eagles?
Patriots.
Patriots.
Oh, Patriots.
You know,
yeah.
Oh no.
If Cowboys fan were to play football, then I would hate them. But the Cowboys, I don't.
Well, yeah. In a way, that would be the Cubs for me, because I can't stand the fans. Lived with one. Hello. But the team pissed me off too, because so many times they've had a chance to get somewhere and they blow it. Hello, Lee Smith against Steve Garvey. Hello, Mitch Williams against Will Clark.
Going all the way back to 84. Wow. 89.
Listen, my whole team.
Hello, Steve Bartman, 1998.
Steve Bartman, 2003.
That wasn't Bartman's fault, man.
2003.
That was not Bartman's fault.
No,
it was 2003.
It was Alex Gonzalez's fault for not being able to turn a double play.
Yeah.
If Alex Listen, If Alex Gonzalez turns that double play the way it's supposed to be turned, if he turns that double play,
but I loved it though.
He got no issue. But I loved that.
But I loved it though. It was beautiful.
Listen, everybody in that bar where I was in 2003 got so quiet so fast. I effectively was cheering for the Marlins because I can't stand the Cubs. I hate the Cubs. I absolutely hate the Cubs. I went in there wearing White Sox gear. And
not you winning the White Sox gear.
I went in there wearing White Sox gear. And I was sitting in the corner at one of their best tables, and they said, "What are you going to do when we clinch tonight?" I said, "Not a damn thing, because y'all are not going to clinch tonight." And then Tom Brenneman, very dear friend, said it perfectly. Tom Brenneman was on the call for Fox. Well, it seems the stars are aligned for the Chicago Cubs. They have their best pitcher going today. They have Kerry Wood waiting in the wings should there be a Game 7 tomorrow. But we are talking about the Chicago Cubs.
Oh.
Spoken by Tom Brenneman. And his father, Marty, couldn't stand the Cubs either. Speaking of not being able to stand teams, I believe we're due for some notes, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
Time for the Monday set of Spivey Notes, and here's Jay. Good morning, my friend.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
We're doing
Everything's good, man. How are you?
I am hanging in there the best I can. You know what's going on, so y'all
Understood.
Totally understood, man.
The Carolina Panthers are on the clock. How horrible of a sentence is that?
Well, since that trade happened and however long ago it was now, we know how bad this is looking.
With the first pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Cam Newton again. Cam Newton again.
Well, if you'd ask a lot of these so-called fans, they would say, "Yeah, let's do that."
Oh, yeah.
They would actually believe it.
Mm-hmm.
They would actually believe it. Jay and I have spoken to a lot of these fans since I used to live in North Carolina. They are hell-bent on believing, God help me, that, forgive me for swearing in my next sentence, but they believe that Cam Newton is a Hall of Famer. What?
Well, he is not. I hate to break that to him, but he is not.
Kawhi.
He's
perfect timing.
Being a Hall of Famer.
He has no business being mentioned with Hall of Fame in the same breath.
Not even remotely close.
This guy only has had 10 good games in his NFL career.
And one of them was not Super Bowl 50.
Well, I mean, the year they went to the Super Bowl, whatever year that was, 15.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah.
Even I admit he had a great year that year. But
he did. He did.
That was worth the darn.
Ooh,
I mean,
Ryan.
He's done nothing since.
Ryan is sick, and I love him. Correction, Cam Newton is a Hall of
Hall of Famer.
Thank you to the fellow who messed up Dak Prescott's picture, and Cole found it and put it on this program.
Hall of Farmer. Lord.
That's a good
Yeah, it is.
You need to dig that out.
Okay.
Cole. You need to dig that out of the archives and replace Dak Prescott's picture with Cam Newton's picture. Half of a good year. He had one good game during his rookie year where he set a record, which was then broken by Andrew Luck. Then he had half of a good year, 2015, where he was named the MVP. And for what? Lamar Jackson, I'm talking to you too. And then Super Bowl 50 happened where he got pummeled into the dirt by Von Miller, surrendered the football, which turned into a touchdown. But that's not the game that broke Cam Newton. The game that broke him was 7 months later in Denver, Colorado.
Man, he got brutalized in that game.
Exactly.
He got brutalized in that game. Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
But again, if you heard these so-called fans, it was unfair treatment by the referees in the NFL. But no, by the rules,
That's how he played.
There was nothing wrong with how he was treated, and that's
mean,
how he
yeah.
played. He was.
That's how he played.
He never got down. He never slid. He never went out of bounds. He always took contact. He never jumped. I mean,
He prided on taking contact. Yeah, he prided himself on taking contact. Yeah,
100%.
And he paid for it. He absolutely paid for it. When the Denver Broncos saw blood, they not only saw blood at Levi's Stadium in Super Bowl 50, they saw blood
in
night.
Denver. Yeah, in Denver 7 months later. Yeah,
on ring night, and they absolutely obliterated Cam Newton.
He got pulverized that night.
Yeah,
and I loved every single minute of it because I had so many.
There were so many whiners on social media.
Yes,
the media in general. Oh, he got mistreated. That's just not fair, and it's just not true.
It's not true. I mean, half of the stuff he did to himself.
There's a difference between being physical and being dirty. That line was just being real physical with a guy who wanted to be physical.
Mm-hmm. And they said, "Okay, you want to be physical with us again? Fine." And they brought it to him, and he got pulverized.
But I will say, you could probably make, not necessarily him, but you could make the argument they have changed the rules a lot since then.
Oh yeah, they have.
To protect quarterback, and I actually understand that. I mean, they're precious commodities. I get that.
I can understand that also. I can understand that.
But I don't think they did it because of him.
No, they did it because of Tom Brady. That's easy.
Yeah, of course.
They did that because of a tuck. They did that because of a tuck rule, which spurred a. I'll leave that hatred for later. Okay, which way? Yes, Jay, you know how I feel because we echo the same feelings. That was the first conversation Jay and I ever had on the show. All right, which way are the Panthers leaning? Because they're leaning quarterback. That is too obvious. That's way too obvious. And the two choices they have at the top of the charts. Look, Mike Debate's going to join me this afternoon. We're going to have this discussion too, but neither one of them are ready for the rigors of a 17-game season.
Well, again, if you're going to trade up, why are you doing it this year? Wait till next year.
And
the quarterbacks next year are way better next year.
Mm-hmm. Way better. Way better.
At least the first two picks next year will be most likely quarterbacks. And they're better quarterbacks. Yep. They're better quarterbacks than the ones that are in this draft.
Much better. Much better. Much better.
They traded every single pick they got, and I mean, if this fails, it is going to cost them for 10 years.
It's going to set them back even more when they make this selection. Do they go Bryce Young? Do they go C.J. Stroud? Who cares? Either selection they make is going to set them back.
It sounds like they're going to go Bryce, but
they're going to go Bryce.
I mean,
yep.
Listen.
Yeah.
I love Alabama.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I really do. But to me, he's just he's 5'11"?
Yes.
5'11". Yeah, well, you being generous at 5'11". I think I heard them say he's like 5'10".
Well, that could be true. But I mean, as good as he is,
they're being too generous. They're being way too generous.
He did get hurt several times.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
And listen, I get that height is not the be all end all, but
True.
It does make more of a difference. It makes more of a difference in the NFL than it does in college.
Doesn't it?
Of course.
The only one of the few that was able to navigate height, and one of them stood 6'2". Of course, that's Montana. The other stood 6 foot. That was Drew Brees. And then Steve Young, who stood only 6 foot 1.5.
1, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was 6'1.5", and he learned to navigate. But the common denominator of all three of those, they learned to play the position correctly.
Probably the one who kind of defied the one you just mentioned, who kind of defied what everybody thought was Drew Brees.
Yes.
No doubt. No doubt, no question.
Because he knew how to play it and knew how to throw it and knew how to get around. And even then, as good as Drew Brees was, he's a definite Hall of Famer, no question about it. Even then, he still had balls batted down.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He had a lot of footballs batted down when he was in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were playing. They were not. San Diego was not playing Drew Brees to his strengths.
Even with New Orleans, he had a bunch of balls batted down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But again, you hook Drew Brees up with Sean Payton, and then the rest is history. Just like Bill Walsh plucked Steve Young away from Tampa Bay.
Right, exactly. He
And
plucked
it took
a lot of
4
people
years.
away.
It took 4 years and a devastating injury for Young to be the starter. But once it happened. And they handled business the way they were supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
But see, my question is, with these two quarterbacks, I know I'm going to have a fight with Mike Debate today on the afternoon show. It is my contention, Jay and panel, that neither one of these two are ready. Jay,
well,
give me
honestly,
your
guys.
point.
Well, honestly, if you know the way this like every single draft, no matter who's in the draft, always the talk is quarterbacks, and you can and there is a possibility, depending on what happens with Jalen Carter, that the top 4 picks might be quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And that just tells you what hot commodities they are, because none of these quarterbacks to me are what would you call franchise quarterbacks.
Right.
No, none of them. Yeah, none of them are.
And the one that they're really hyping up. Okay, let's take C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young out of the equation. You know who they're
Anthony
hyping
Richardson.
up?
You've
I was about to say Anthony Richardson was going to be the next one. Yeah.
And what has he done in Florida? Nothing.
Y'all completed my sentence.
He's done nothing
because what has Anthony Richardson done at Florida that is so mind-boggling, that is so awe-inspiring? I mean, you're talking about a quarterback that got absolutely pummeled against the Georgia Bulldogs.
Well, gosh, Brian, you and Jay will love this. The hype with him is he is a combination of Lamar Jackson and Cam Newton.
Say that again.
I have heard this. I have heard that Anthony Richardson, they have comparing him. He is half Lamar Jackson and half Cam Newton.
Well, that's a problem.
How about half Jim Zorn and half Dave Craig? And those are two quarterbacks I liked back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
How about you want to half or something, and they want to say half Lamar Jackson and half Cam Newton? So they're basically saying that he's a running quarterback that's going to get pounded, that he doesn't know how to slide, that he doesn't know how to avoid hits and get the hell out of bounds, that he doesn't throw the ball more than 10 yards.
He's a QB that values his athleticism just a wee bit more over the overall total quarterback skill.
Which is
and
why
if you listen to him,
go ahead.
And if you listen to him, I mean, he's obviously got extreme confidence in himself, as he should.
Oh, a lot of confidence. Yes, he has a lot of confidence in
himself. To me, he's like, I mean, you hear interviews, he's like, you're making a big mistake if you don't draft me number 1. No, you did nothing in Florida. Why should anybody draft you number 1?
I didn't see anything impressive about him.
And the other one to me is, again, a quarterback. What is so great about Will Levis?
He can throw. He can throw. He can throw on his knees 60 yards downfield.
Who cares?
No, but this is the thing, Jay. This is the thing, Jay. In the pro day, and Mr. McCarthy, you're gonna hate me for this. In his pro day last year, Zach Wilson wowed everybody with his arm.
Yeah.
What has he done since?
They're literally groveling. They're literally groveling toward Aaron Rodgers right now because of that.
And Aaron Rodgers ain't going to pull the trigger. He's going to stay in Green Bay, or he's going to retire. He's going to stay in Green Bay, play another season there, or
Playmaker.
Period.
Playmaker says, with the first pick of the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select a dumpster fire. And Ryan McCarthy says, with the first selection of the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select a 5-12 record.
I love it.
To go back to what I was saying earlier. I mean, I understand you want to win. You want to win now. But to me, with the situation the Panthers are in, I would have waited, see how this year turns out. If they get a top pick, Drake May, who is from Charlotte,
yes,
would have been a perfect pick for them.
Yep, he sure would have,
and would have been the face of the franchise for their sake for 10, 15 years.
10 years. would have been the face of the franchise for 10 years, and they blew it by selling the farm too early.
No wonder the Bears jumped at it. No wonder.
Mm-hmm. They did. Jumped all over it. And now,
but you know how I feel about the Panthers in terms of how they're run.
Who's in charge?
Well, yeah, David Tepper.
Oh, David Tepper's doing a wonderful job with the Panthers.
Don't you ever tell that lie again.
And like I said, I've said this several times since it happened, that they've actually done a good job of free agency, but I just think this trade was idiotic.
Done a wonderful job. Free agency aside, don't you ever in life tell that lie again. Ever. Don't you ever tell that lie again.
Cole, there are no homers on this radio.
None. Absolutely none. Absolutely none.
That was the comment I wanted to draw out of you.
well, hey, find the lie. Damn it. Find the lie. Especially with the inspiration that Jay sent me yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Of a certain homer. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Jay sent me a picture of a certain homer that we love throwing under a semi who said we shouldn't talk baseball on this program. Getting ready to call a baseball game.
College baseball game.
College baseball game. I looked at that this morning and fell out of bed. I'm like, what? He's doing what?
Don't worry. In about a week, they'll be saying, "You're fired."
I hope so, because I know the assistant coach. I know the assistant coach at said school where he was supposedly calling the game, and then. All right, let me unleash that.
Holy hypocrite, Batman! I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you. All right, let me unleash it now, because I'm gonna make Jay laugh even harder when I ask this question. Have you heard him call a baseball game?
I don't think I have. I've heard him do basketball and football.
You don't want to.
Doggone.
I have heard him call a football game, and I fell asleep. I tried to listen to him call a basketball game, and I fell asleep again. To the point where my wife, my beautiful wife, who has eagle eyes and eagle ears, even though she's not a sports nerd, woke me up. And I was in the other office. She woke me up and said, with a frown look on her face, and said, "Who's this guy?"
Not with a frown look on her face.
Good for her.
If I'm lying, I'm flying. And I'm kind of planted right here in this chair. And I said that, and I won't say his name. I said, that's this guy. And Jody gave me so much confidence when she said, "Open it."
Oh, Lord. All right, so wifey said, quote,
"Well, you won't have to worry about getting clients as long as this guy's around. They'll walk to you till you walk into them."
Close quote.
Oh, my goodness.
That's from my wife, who has been in the booth with me, who has been my organizer when it comes to this.
Lord,
if she says that, and she's not a sports nerd like I'm not worried anymore.
That is
with
ice
the second
cold.
pick of the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select the Houston Oilers branding, colors, and trademarks. Yes.
I'm sorry about this. I'll have to do this real fast. I had to do this real fast.
Play it.
If that happens. Bye-bye, Bud Adams. Your cheap family can go to.
Give me that hat. That would definitely be Cole Johnson's house.
Yes, that would be my house.
Office.
And then playmaker. And with the second pick of the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select. It's Doink, the clown. Lord have mercy, son. Get
spell that.
Playmaker.
Spell that.
Playmaker, get the name right. It's Doink, the clown.
Maybe he spelled it that way for a reason.
No. They would get the name right. They just won't get everything else right for the Texans. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No lie can be found with that statement. Now, how much y'all want to bet that the Carolina Panthers are going to screw this up royally and not work on an offensive line?
Of course they will. How about get a tight end too while you're at it?
So, why? This is something I really wanted to get your analysis on, Jay. Why is it that seemingly the Panthers just are
stupid, dumb,
from a football standpoint, extremely dysfunctional?
They're idiots.
I go back again. Listen, Jerry Richardson, who started the franchise, he was the pillar until we found out that he had some transgressions.
A lot
of them.
Oh yes. And that, to me, ever since then, they've not been the same. And David Tepper can spend all the money he wants. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know anything about football.
And what makes that so funny is that he spent his time learning the football aspect under the Rooney family with the Steelers. So you would think he would get some football knowledge.
You would think.
No.
You would think.
He wants to create this athletic and entertainment empire down there. Well, you got to have a clue. You got to put people in place that know what they're doing. And he has no business running anything football related.
You basically have to run your franchise the way that the Carolina Hurricanes are getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
how's that?
I don't know. Apparently, there's something in the water in Charlotte because the Hornets don't know how to run a team either.
We'll save that.
And they're an absolute dumpster fire.
They don't.
We'll save that for next time. This is Jay Spivey, and you can see and hear Spivey Notes every Monday morning during hour 2 of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. We thank you, brother, so very much.
Good to hear from you, brother.
Next week, we will eviscerate the dumpster fire known as the Charlotte Hornets. Thank you, Jag.
Oh, my God.
Thanks, guys. Have a good week.
You too, brother.
We have a in New York. George Santos. You scum. You are scum.
Oh, no.
But the reason he wants to serve his one term is because he wants health care for life.
Exactly.
But this dude is a piece of He's lied about everything that's come out of his mouth has been a lie. Oh, yeah, my grandmother was in the Holocaust. Dude, your grandmother wasn't in no Holocaust. Stop lying. You get arrested in Brazil for whatever you did.
You lying. Why you always lying?
And now you come here and you run for office and you win. People are just not too bright nowadays, man. How do you vote this man in office? How?
Same way you voted Trump in office.
So
hear that.
So why did go ahead?
So why did all that happen? What brought up Bizarro Wise? Take a listen and a watch today. 2 p.m., 1 p.m. Central. Catch the television replay at 5, 4 Central. And you can see the replay on the Real Wise Network, Real Wise YouTube channel at 8 p.m. And you can see and hear Mentality 5 nights a week on Snowman Multimedia. We want to thank everybody in the Fanatics Feedback Zone for interacting with us today.
Thank you.
We got to go. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make the next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.
See ya.